Do you think domestic natural gas exploration and production is a good business despite the capital intensity? Thank you.
Well, that's a different subject. I have a different feeling about the energy business than practically anybody else in America. I wish we weren't producing all this natural gas. I would be delighted to have the condensate that's coming out of our shale deposits and natural gas just lie there untapped for decades in the future and pay extra to a bunch of Arabs to use up their oil. So, but that's, nobody else in America seems to feel my way. But I'm into deferred gratification. The oil and gas is not going away, and I think it's just as important as the topsoil of Iowa. And if any of you said, oh goody, I found a way to make money, we'll ship all our topsoil from Iowa to Greenland, I wouldn't think that was a very good idea. And so I don't think hastening to use up all our oil and gas is a good idea. But I'm practically the only one in the country that feels that way. There's not enough deferred gratification in it to please me. But I don't see any advantage. I regard our oil and gas reserves just as chemical feedstocks. They're essential in civilization. Leave aside their energy content. I'd be delighted to use them up more slowly. By the way, I'm sure I'm right, and the other 99% of the people are wrong. But no, I don't know. The oil and gas business is very peculiar. The people who succeed in most other businesses are doing way more physical volume than they did in the past. But a place like Exxon, you know, the physical volume goes by 2/3. It's just that the price of oil goes up faster than the physical volume goes down. That is a very peculiar way to make money. And it may well continue, but it's confusing. We're not used to it.
I was wondering how you can thrive as a polymath in a world that celebrates specialization.
Well, that's a good question. I don't think operating over many disciplines, as I do, is a good idea for most people. I think it's fun, that's why I've done it. And I'm better at it than most people would be. And I don't think I'm good at being the very best at handling differential equations. So it's been a wonderful path for me, but I think the correct path for everybody else is to specialize and get very good at something that society rewards and they get very efficient at doing. But even if you do that, I think you should spend 10 or 20% of your time into trying to know all the big ideas in all the other disciplines. Otherwise, I use the same phrase over and over again. Otherwise, you're like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. This is not going to work very well. You have to know the big ideas in all the disciplines to be safe if you have a life lived outside a cave. But no, I think you don't want to neglect your business as a dentist to think great thoughts about Proust.